In this section, we're going to be going over the Civil Accudraw and MicroStation Accudraw tools. Civil Accudraw is similar to the MicroStation Accudraw tools, but it's geared more towards the civil side of MicroStation. There are many benefits to using Civil Accudraw. It extends the drafting power of MicroStation by providing civil point location methodologies and all MicroStation and civil commands. It will also eliminate the need to create temporary construction geometries just to perform more complex point locations. In general, Civil Accudraw works in a similar way to MicroStation Accudraw. However, there are some differences and some limitations. Here are some of the limitations. Simultaneous use of Civil Accudraw and MicroStation Accudraw will cause errors. So Civil Accudraw and MicroStation Accudraw do not work together very well, and it is highly suggested to use either one or the other, because if you use them both at the same time, it could cause MicroStation to crash. Switching between Civil Accudraw and MicroStation Accudraw while values are locked may cause errors. So just make sure whatever command you're doing, just complete that command before you switch to the other Accudraw. Most of these other limitations don't pertain to MoDOT. I'm going to mention them anyway, just so you know what they are. So with stationing, station offset using a closed B-spline may be incorrect. Civil Accudraw cannot consume the stationing on alignments stored in a GPK, ALG, or FIL files. The graphical elements representing these alignments can be selected, but Civil Accudraw will interpret the starting station as 0. For the angle input, the use of D, M, and S for degrees, minute, and seconds delimiters is not supported. When using Civil Accudraw and viewing the shortcut list, there may be shortcuts listed which have no function in Civil Accudraw. Civil Accudraw shares the shortcuts.txt file with MicroStation Accudraw, and some of the shortcuts are not relevant or have not been implemented in Civil Accudraw yet. In the shortcut list, if ordnance are station offset and you choose Set Origin, clicking Run has no effect. Alternate coordinate systems are not recognized by Civil Accudraw. Civil Accudraw will override the DGN settings gridlock. This is by design. Toggle Civil Accudraw off if the gridlock function is required. Similar functionality can be achieved within Civil Accudraw by setting the round-off values in Civil Accudraw settings. So those are just some of the limitations within Civil Accudraw. Next, we will list some of the differences. Smart Lock or Enter is not supported in Civil Accudraw. Similar functionality is possible by key in and locking a value corresponding to the compass point. The spacebar does not switch Civil Accudraw modes. It opens the mnemonic pop-up which provides similar and additional functionality. The O shortcut key is different as well. MicroStation Accudraw reads the cursor position at the instant that O is pressed. In addition, in Civil Accudraw, the O shortcut also serves to pick the base element for station or offset ordnance. Once chosen, this element is remembered for the duration of the session or until changed by the user. In Civil Accudraw, the delta Z origin can be set independent of the XY origin. When in a 3D model, the Civil Accudraw compass always considers X, Y, and Z as separate and distinct. For example, using Civil Accudraw in a side view, the Y and Z ordnance will dynamically track values. On the other hand, MicroStation Accudraw would still call the ordnance X and Y even though in a side view. Keeping the ordnance distinct and separate lays the groundwork for future enhancements where other Z ordnance, such as slope, will be introduced. So those are just some of the differences and limitations between MicroStation Civil Accudraw and the standard MicroStation Accudraw. You will see examples of most of these in the videos in this section.